Welcome back to Scrap Cooking. I'm Harriet Clooney. We're here in the beautiful Urban Element kitchen, and today we are going to do a peach pit syrup. But before we do that, you should hit that subscribe button and the like button. All right, so we've done our plum pit vinegar. So next on the docket is a peach pit syrup. You can interchange peach pits, plum pits, cherry pits for either recipe. But for this one, we're gonna use peaches. So the first thing we're gonna do is free the pit. So just go around, same thing like we did with the plums, is we're just gonna free all the pits all at the same time, and then we'll take them out with a spoon. I love peaches, but I can't eat them raw. Similar to my apple allergy. But I can have cooked peaches, so I'm excited. I love the peach syrup. So we're just gonna do it super plain, just the peaches, sugar, and water, but there's a million variations that you could do at home. You can add bourbon or any other kind of alcohol. You could add vanilla, you could add lemon. It's all your imagination after that. But it's this really lovely syrup. You can use it in lemonade or in cocktails. It's just this really lovely, so it has a little bit of peachy flavor, but it's also got that kind of nutty amaretto flavor to it, which is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna grab a spoon and just gonna go in. Oh, there we go. So just gonna kind of get around that side, and then I'm just gonna pull. So just try to get, there we go. It'll depend on how ripe your peaches are. The riper the peach, the easier the pit comes out. And then the peaches, you can do whatever it is that you're doing with peaches, either bake them or dessert or all sorts of things. My favorite thing is just to grill them. Just like that, just on the grill. Love it. So we're gonna add our pits to my pot. And I've got a cup of sugar. I'm gonna add that in. And I've got an equal amount of water. And I'm gonna add that in. And really, we're just gonna bring it up to a boil. So you can put it on full tilt on either an electric stove or on a gas stove, because you really want the sugar to dissolve. You want it to kind of not necessarily cook, but just bring up to a boil. And then we're just gonna put it in a jar and put it in the fridge. And now we wait. All right, so we've achieved boilage. We've got, so now we're just gonna turn it off. We're gonna pour it into a bowl. We're just gonna let it cool down to room temperature, and then we're gonna put it in a jar. If you don't have a lot of time to wait, you could put a bigger bowl full of ice and a little bit of water and nest the bowl into that, and that'll help the cooling down go faster. But we got a bit of time. So we will come back when that is all cool. All right, so I did run out of time, so I did nest my bowl with some ice and some water and cooled it down a lot faster. Now, the only thing you do need to know about using the ice bath is that if you just use ice and no water, it actually will insulate the temperature of your bowl until it slowly melts enough water for it to have a little bit of water with it. So it's always important to, when you're using an ice bath, to make sure that there's water in it. Otherwise, it'll take way longer than you want it to. All right, so we've got that. I'm gonna get rid of that. So now got our lovely syrup that's nice and room temperature. We've got a beautiful clean jar, and really, this is it. Got a really nice color. And so we're just gonna put a lid on it, but we are gonna leave it in the fridge. So I would keep it in the fridge for a week without touching it, just to let the flavor of the pit really come out. It needs to kind of hang out. And then you can remove the pits and use the syrup. But if you just leave it in the fridge forever, it will ferment and turn to alcohol. I learned this the hard way at the restaurant. So it'll keep in the fridge for about 3 weeks, and it will freeze for about a year. So you could freeze it into little ice cube trays and then pop them out, or just simply freeze it in a jar that at least has like 1/2 inch space at the top so that it's got room to expand when it freezes. But it's delicious and is usable in all sorts of different creative ways. And again, you can use so many different kinds of flavorings. Anything that goes with peaches, you can get right in there. So yeah, so that's our peach syrup. And so thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.